wrong.
Gotcha.
Oh, so she actually does summon
have
a DDR.
pads.
She's
It's
a cheater.
Her sword.
Yeah, she uses the back as a.
No, it's her sword blades. Look.
Oh.
They disperse onto the ground.
Oh, you're right.
There's even music.
Yeah, I mean, it's really well done, but she's a cheater, and they should be ashamed.
She lets go halfway through. Look, and then she lets go to do.
No, she's keeping a hand back there.
Fancy moves.
Like she's.
No. Face her the other way and watch.
That's like.
Face her the other way.
That's like a horse goes off the
hands.
ground, though.
Let's watch her hands, though.
Horses don't fly; their feet do leave the ground, though. See?
Oh, she does.
She keeps it
so
there.
She's a ballerina DDR player.
There, exactly.
She's doing some bar exercises.
She's slacker.
And Munchies, yes, this is the Nexus character, the new one that released yesterday. Wait, what? What was that?
Out of your element.
You never seen that in like breakdancing, where you
there
lay?
We go. Okay.
I think that's what the dead drop was.
Okay, a death drop.
Death drop.
Take your time. These are your last moments. You have just.
But it's definitely the O moment at the end, where you say, it's where you drop the base.
Yeah.
You know, like
what's her taunt?
You drop. That is her taunt.
Not even a
Oh, that is her taunt.
That is her taunt. Yeah.
But
so
the
that's
fun
her
one
dance.
Is the dance. Okay.
It's done in drag all the time too. That explains why I saw people saying Queen about it.
Last moments of
Oh.
you are out of your element. Focused but alert.
All right. Mouth not moving because they don't move anymore.
Yep.
Let's head into the arena.
All right. Oh, the hearth animation.
Oh, hearth animation. Yes.
Heading back to base camp.
Okay. That's pretty sick.
There we go.
I guess I was zoomed too far in to see the ending there.
Me out of here.
Yeah, because she jumps on 3 of them.
Huh. This sort of summoned them back into the
I
sword.
really like what they're doing with these hearth animations. Seems like before they weren't really spending too much time with them, but now they are.
Ever since they went back and redid Zagara's to be a burrow and stuff, they've really been thinking about what the character does. Which I am still upset about Li Ming's Hearth, which was her like doing a song karaoke for half a second. That's just weird.
Yeah.
I never understood why that wasn't her dance. And her
Maybe
dance
they
is
were supposed to be the Nexus rock and roll event.
Maybe. So is there's been a lot of argument I've been seeing of people saying like she's poorly animated or poorly made. Maybe we haven't gotten to it yet, but she seems fine. Is it the fact that her sword gets blown up, right? Like these aren't high res because they're the same models as her sword, because in here they're smaller.
Yeah.
They look fine. But when we go into DDR land, these look low poly.
Unfinished.
Not
But she
even a
seems
challenge.
Yeah. She's moving fine. Is that the argument there? Just when her sword gets big, we didn't upload high level enough JPEGs? All right, let's look at some basics. Level 1, 2000. Let's go to Psionic Storm.
What do you think they'll have the? Yeah, there
We
she
can do
is.
the. All right, we had 2,159. Wow, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, she's right there by Ragnaros.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
Interesting.
Or Nubarak.
Yeah. Huh. Wow, a melee assassin with quite a bit of health. We got basic attack range of 2.2.
What does that put her at?
That puts her at, I believe you can reach over a Skeleton King wall. 2.2, Arthas, Chen, Cho, Imperius, Kerrigan. Yeah, Leoric.
Okay.
So you have that. So you're actually a little bit longer than these. But like Kerrigan kind of pokes you at a distance a little bit. So you're able to stay connected more often. But mainly, this would be the fact that you're able to auto attack over a Leoric Tomb. And that allows you to keep going in some special situations.
Cool.
Very well.
We are
Oh, 4.
getting some sort of spell damage on
5.
people.
Okay, it's full now.
Yes. Where is that text?
Wait, hold on. Does it hold and then all go away? Yeah, it all goes
Yeah,
away.
in one big pile.
Adjusting coordinates.
So we got markers. We got triangle tech. Grappling hook. That's not it. Passive. Basic attacks and abilities cause enemies to bleed
So
for
it
damage
is a
over time.
bleed. They added bleed.
Yeah, so you gotta bleed.
Now, how is this going to be different from
But
poison?
it's a techno bleed. Shouldn't be at all, right? Except for we're not seeing
The
maybe.
health.
Yeah, let's see. Need some.
There we go. There's a little bit. Yeah, it's
okay.
getting bigger.
Yeah, so it's still counting as poison.
Focused.
Where you would see the poison stacking up there.
It's not different. Okay, they're just using
Yeah.
a different word to give it a different kind of flavor, but it's the same. Okay.
And we have some damage over time abilities that don't necessarily cause poison.
Yeah.
And since we use one color for all the dot damage, we don't have to worry about it being green or this one being more red. Okay, makes
does
sense.
Poison stack like that, or does the total just stack? Because bleed is stacking in DPS, not just total damage. Oh, I see what you're saying. The applied poison.
I'm still confused.
So, let's say, let me try and word this correctly, so we get this idea out properly. Got Nacebo.
Uh-huh.
He throws two poison toads in your face.
Yes.
Together, combined, they do 50 poison damage that you're gonna take over time.
Okay.
Okay. Now, bleed here.
Mm-hmm.
Each time you hit, it applies a stack of 5 bleed damage that keeps going for 5 seconds or however long you keep the stacks on there, adding to the DPS rather than the total damage done to you that could be healed off. It can stagger. You take all that damage, but it can be healed off. But the bleed, the longer it's on you, it's going to keep doing more to you based on how long it's on you. Whereas the poison is just a set number. We're getting there.
You're saying because I'm reapplying the bleed? I'm sorry, that didn't make any sense to me. It's more like Lunara's in that we are doing 46. Does this answer your question?
I'm trying to get to the point. I understand.
We got 11.
Minlin's
We got
question
11.
here.
If I give it 2 stacks, we go to 23. At 3 stacks, we get 34. At 4 stacks, 46. And 5 stacks, we're doing 57.
So in this case, you reset the timer, but not the total duration, but increase potency per stack. Lunara just increases the duration, but not potency.
So we are increasing the potency and resetting the duration.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like you can maintain it on up to 3 targets if you really wanted to kind of manage it. Maybe you could do, if we apply this with other abilities.
So it's a little different then from poison, is what we're coming to find out.
Okay.
I have my target.
It looks like it also applies with basic abilities. So we'll be able to keep it stacked on more than just these 3 with auto attacks. Did we answer the question? I'm really confused.
Did we answer the question?
Okay.
Remember, this is delayed, so we have to wait for an answer. The fact that it is a little different answered the question. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Let's get
Cool.
this done.
So
All
it's
right.
not a 1-to-1.
So we got the basic attacks and abilities cause enemies to bleed for 46 damage over 4 seconds. Stacks 5 times. So this is 46 over 4 seconds. It'd actually be 44 at 11, but anyway. And then that number's different.
No, it's a great question.
Because we can stack it and increase the damage and reset the duration. And that's just with auto attacks once it gets to abilities. So Qhira
Let's go with Qhira.
deals 33 damage and heals for 88 health per enemy hero affected. Damage and healing is increased by 50% per each additional stack on that
Whoa.
hero.
Nice.
Okay, let's just toggle cooldowns here. I think we'll probably have to lose some health too in order to see our healing. Let's go upset the boss for a moment. It looks like it's the same sort of thing with Ana and a lot of our poison characters. You're not going to see stacks.
Oh, does it consume stacks then? I think once you activate it, it consumes stacks.
So we got up for 88,
There we go.
which is the number.
No, it actually doesn't consume the stacks.
No, we're just popping it. 8-second cooldown there.
It doesn't.
So we
as long
could
as you keep
maintain
them
it.
stacked up.
133.
Look at that. Oh, that's a nice bit of
265.
healing.
Cool. Well, there's probably quite a bit of
Ah.
optimization to maintaining that. Keeping it going for the next 8 seconds.
But the cooldown is longer, so you get one usually.
Carnage. Unleash your sword in the direction. Continuously dealing 31 damage to enemies caught in its path.
With haste.
Continuously?
Oh,
Oh,
there
wow.
we go.
That's quite the...
Oh, and it puts stacks on them.
Yeah, so it looks like each individual square of the sword does an instance of damage.
Oh, so if you need to immediately stack them up and pop your heal, you have a way to do it.
So this back
If
one,
they get hit.
because he's only hit by 2 swords or so, is only going to take 1.
But now you
guess
can
it's
really
not
heal because look at how many
dependent.
stacks on.
I guess it really doesn't, because how many pieces do we have here?
Well, Paradox.
More than 5.
It's worded a bit weird, but get 5 stacks on one hero, then throw stacks on another, and it should do more damage per hero affected.
As you say.
Wait, which part?
Now to cross you off the list.
Who's more damage? Oh, per enemy hero affected? Oh, so
the
actually,
W, yeah.
so we saw the pop for a crit of
Look at that.
100. So does that mean that if we have it stacked on 2 heroes, we actually...
Yeah, look at that.
I'm only still seeing 100.
But both heroes are popping.
Right, but the active deal damage per enemy hero affected is what I'm testing right now. So are we doing a bigger crit per hero affected? Or are we just getting the heal per hero? Because I'm only seeing a crit of 100. Is my point.
I have my target.
Either way, it's a really interesting application kind of system using the sword. Is the heal perhaps enhanced, though? And heal. So maybe that's actually 2 different statements. Gotta Magic the Gathering these words.
May the crystal
All right.
illuminate my path.
We heal for 88. Let's fully stack this guy. 265. Yeah. Okay. So that part of the language is tied to per hero hit. So if I have multiple heroes affected and stacked here, I'll just use this to do it. We can get a big ol' heal. Bigger
But the
than
damage they take doesn't. Well, it's based on how many stacks they each individually have.
right. So this is 2-stack heal. So let's go ahead and test if this would be a 2-stack heal just on 2 people, right? So we do 2-stack heal for 133. Do we get the same amount if we do a 2-stack heal across 2 heroes?
177.
177.
Actually gave you more.
Damage and healing is increased by 50%
Oh,
per
it's a
each additional
percentage.
stack on the hero. That's some wacky math.
It's never personal.
Not that it doesn't make sense, but getting the exact perspective of it and what parts of it are affecting what part of the statement.
Another thing to note is the W only increases damage on heroes. So on minions or mercs, you just need 1 stack on everything. The W
Per enemy
activatable.
hero, yeah, damage and healing is increased on that hero.
Orders.
That's fair. So we do get multiple stacks on these guys because we can get our poison rolling at 5. Oh, this guy's actually down. But we wouldn't be increasing our other factors because that's hero related only. Seems like the idea would just be to have as many people marked as possible, though, at an 8-second moment.
Seems like it.
Revolving sweep. Oh, wow, this is a lot of words. Do you want to have at it?
Yeah, I can do that. Attack your sword on the first enemy hero hit, dealing 100 damage and stunning them for 0.25 seconds. Once attacked, Qhira becomes immune to all effects. Swinging around the target...
It's attached.
Oh, pardon me. Swinging around the target for 2.75 seconds and dealing 109 damage to enemies between you and the target. Reactivate to send you to the target's location, knocking them away, dealing 112 damage and stunning them for 0.75 seconds.
So you got a 1 second stun with bonus wordage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and if your sword passes through people, you
get a stack on it.
Yeah. That's pretty cute. So I could...
This is going to be a high skill cap hero, I think.
Okay, I don't stun the first thing I come in contact with. I'm going to let these guys reset. So I actually do fly to the hero that I was already attacking. And there is attack. Yes, attached too. Interesting.
No, this is a skill shot, correct?
The second part isn't. This aiming is. But I can put my mouse anywhere for this part. So I will fly at the target.
With trying to attach yourself to a target. Okay.
Yeah. Or even attach myself to the wrong thing.
So far, my understanding is it makes you untargetable during the rotate, but not totally immune / unstoppable.
Untargetable, huh? Interesting. Is there a way...
You can use your D during the circle.
Oh, we haven't gotten to that yet. Let's put an enemy hero out. Let's see if we can maybe get Malfurion to lay down some roots. I guess we could punch one of these down. Let's give that a shot too. We're gonna try to get this guy. Do I go full circle? Okay.
Looks like it.
Yeah, so I start where I wanted. Oh, a little light maybe. If I want to kick this guy
here we go.
towards the boss, it'd be better if I was on kind of an angle.
Uh-oh. Pulling that boss.
Alright, this isn't going to be easy to do. What I'm trying to do is piss him off. Oh, nope. I'm too good. Okay.
One swinging too is stunned.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to need some help. Miss. Interesting. Why a miss? Miss. Now that's fascinating.
What's his miss?
His attack. So it's like he's blound.
Oh.
So am I invincible?
Yeah, he's hitting you, but it's not dealing damage.
All right, finish me off. Oh, nope, we dodged it.
You can't be targeted / hit during. You are immune.
No one gets away that easily. Ugh, this had best be.
You're immune to AA while doing. Okay.
Interesting.
So auto attacks can't get you. But the question is, can AoE skills like Morales grenades?
Okay, I was turned off during the route there. That's good to know. Looks like terrain doesn't affect anything.
Buildings don't target you either. Ah.
Now to cross you off the list.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, they don't even.
But then we're stuck behind the
Well,
These shall be remembered.
Okay.
Enough delay.
Interesting. So that's actually pretty risk-free then,
On the move.
in comparison to being hit by all the auto attacks as I were to swing around the back line and everything targets me kind of thing, right?
And when pulling an ally that Qhira's attached to, there's a risk. Oh my god.
That's interesting. I mean, not like Varian doesn't end up somewhere you don't want him to sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not an unknown factor in Heroes of the Storm
not a new thing.
that you might go flying in weird directions. So come on out, Malfurion.
Oh, you can swipe through CC like Mosh Pit. Really?
Well, if you are unstoppable for that amount. That's what I'm trying to test here.
Oh, there we go. I was playing with a bunch of jams and they were punishing the E already.
New order.
Pretty much everyone gave up with swinging around and just used it instantly for a quick stun.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, why would you let the character reposition when you can
Yeah.
do a full second stun on your skill shot here?
Get me
We're going to need a
out of
freshen. Let's see if we can get that slam to work. But as we ride, grappling hook, cooldown 25 seconds. What do I got? 16, 8, 6. Qhira flies. Did I say that right? Qhira? Qhira. Qhira flies, fires a grappling hook that pulls her to the terrain in contact. If an enemy hero is hit, they take damage, and Qhira launches at them, kicking them for an additional 112. Can be used while revolving sweep is active.
These realms all blend
All right,
together.
let's. So, come here.
Dance
Come here.
begins and
Come here. Okay, and so we dodged it. Come on.
You have been slain.
Seems like we dodged it.
So I survive even this.
Interesting. On a melee assassin. One more time for confirmation. Come here, Mr. Boss.
As you say.
Can you root me, bro? Probably not when I'm by myself.
Shall be remembered.
He doesn't like to cast roots when you're by yourself. Okay, well, let's go ahead.
Blaze. The job's still
I mean, with any sort of stationary target, you're going to get out pretty quick. Probably just better versus a real hero. All right, we're going to maximize my surface area. Looks like a dodge.
Ooh,
But we'll
it's
find
just
out later.
Swinging around a Stukov shove.
Hmm.
Or a character that's being shoved by Stukov.
Oh, interesting. I guess you would
The-
Spider-Man?
The swing only takes you just shy of the 360.
It seems like it. Let's use the
It's
point on this
not a
little
full...
piece of ground here.
Okay. Oh, no, there we go.
Almost,
That was
and-
the full 360, right?
And actually, did I end up?
Did you go further back?
Yeah, seems like it. Let's use the point on his little sword here. Yeah, so we actually got closer in that case.
Paradox is saying we can pop into a custom and I can test things if you want. I'm just procrastinating anyway.
Yeah, looks like we actually get closer. I appreciate that. We shall. This does nothing. If it doesn't do... Doesn't it say grabs onto terrain? Pulls her to terrain it contacts. Oh, terrain as in walls. Oh, okay, so not ground. So Sonya's...
So it's not an always
No,
full.
it's not a
Okay,
Sonya thing
that's
then.
fair.
Yeah. You need actual land to make it happen. Or a hero. And if you hit a hero, you do a bonus little kick when you get there.
now to
And Kill, thank you so much for the prime.
Thank you for the
14
prime kill.
dollars.
Happy to see ya. Yeah, so you sort of go to a range.
let's get this done.
So one more test. Let's see if we do this
Which
at
is
close
why
range.
you can see the walls, correct. And Nightmane, thank you so much for the prime. Well, now I could have made a mini Ferg by now, too.
Good to see you, Nightmane. Oh, there we go. Root. So it's turned off. Thank you, Malfuriate.
Awesome.
All right, so there is a range you spin at, and it's not based on the range you connect at.
Okay.
So
Maybe
if
you
we
can
do it this
circle
close,
over a wall and the D to the other side. Oh, that'd be interesting.
I can't D. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So like if I
On the move.
let's get this guy in position.
I like that sound.
Yeah.
There you are.
All right. Oh, you butt.
Aww.
Oh, okay. Okay, hang on.
GGG.
No, don't go. Don't go. Okay. Okay, cool.
There
So
you
that
go.
cancels the ability. Well, that canceled it mid-go, at least. Come on down here. Come on down here. Come on down.
He knows better than to
Come on
fall
down.
into your trap.
Hook me up. Hook
No.
me up. I know.
Dude, he's confused.
Well, he's got cooldowns. He's got cooldowns.
Confused.
He's got cooldowns, but he knows he wants to hook
Why
me up.
would you confuse Malfurion further? He's
Okay, there we go. Shallow. All right, moving on. So you can. I mean, it's interesting. You're giving up the damage and the stun because.
Did you have used the healing dummy and not the target one?
No, I can't. I can't. Sadly, he's friendly, so I can't use him. Yeah. So if I want to do like a spike of damage, I can just do slam in and then grappling hook with my mouse pointing the right direction for bonus damage. So this is actually like the lowest damage choice I would have. But hey, there might be a situation where you're like, oh nope, never mind, didn't want to do that. I am escaping, you know, like Diablo does sometimes.
Yeah.
Where he uses an enemy to get where he wants to go. Either way, I mean that's pretty mad fun. That's some Spider-Man business. But that's what they had to show, you know? Everyone's going like, oh, why couldn't you make a new hero? Or why'd you make a new hero? This kit could have existed on an existing somebody or other. But you made Spider-Man. So this is what the video should have been. It should have started with whatever this was. Because this is wild.
And then play the Spider-Man theme.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's wild.
As simple as that.
Even I made a oh, Sonya's are going to be sad joke. And I bet all the designers like, what the hell, Kyle? It's nothing like Sonya. How could you have done this? I can't believe it. That's really fun. I wonder if we get multiple stacks of anything. Okay. Are you ready for talents, Kristen?
I'm always ready for talents.
Okay.
Kyle.
Do you have your vocabulary Word document ready?
What?
Well, I'm going to ask you to read the talents.
Yes, but I don't know if it's online anywhere.
It is actually, yeah.
Where is it?
Hero's Hearth is already
Hero's
up.
Hearth, awesome.
And actually, when you go to
It's
Hero's
coming
Hearth, you
up.
click Hero. It says at the top, Home Hearth Heroes. You click the Heroes part to get to the Heroes. It's kind of a weird.
Yeah.
But once you know where it goes.
I've made a few builds in my day
And
for our third thing. But anyway, flank and escape by circling the tank and going through the other way. Grappling hook has way better range, so engage with grappling than into sweep. There we go. There are a lot of cool applications, peeling off your team, chasing people down, using enemies to get out when you're too far in. Here we go.
Yeah, if you didn't want to end up back on the tank, let's say they have an Arthas or something like that.
Yeah. So I assume you follow your spinning top, going to be some interesting interactions with Dibbles, his charges and stuff.
Right. Yeah, let's actually, let's see if we can get Malfurion to run away a little bit. Yeah, he loves to run away. Yeah, so we're completely tied to him for the thing. He's
Okay.
not stunned or anything like that.
I'm here.
Cool.
Thank you.
Maximum effect.
Maximum effect. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Excellent.
If Carnage, which is
May the
your
crystal illuminate
Q.
your path.
Q, damages the same enemy hero 3 times, it deals an additional 108 damage and slows them by 20% for 2 seconds.
Cool. We see a slow, 20%, and some bonus damage.
20%.
All right, that's okay. All right, assassinating.
Fatal wounds is your W.
West.
While at maximum stacks, Blood Rage's bleed deals 50% more damage to enemy heroes below 50% health.
Oh.
Quest, damage heroes with Blood Rage's bleed. Reward, after 125 instances of damage, increase Blood Rage's duration by 10 seconds.
Wouldn't be the hardest thing to get.
Oh, nice.
Since
Paradox is saying in games I was playing, and almost everyone finished the quest before level 4.
I mean,
So
why
it
wouldn't
may
you?
need some tuning.
If you're running into the middle and stuff.
Right? And just
Does this
spinning
apply
around,
to-
people put stacks on them.
Looks like you do get a bleed for everything you do.
See you later, Nin. Good luck with the meeting. How's the new hero feel so far?
She's very Spider-Man. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. I mean, the main selling point, which they didn't show in the trailer, is that you can do stuff like that. Okay, that's just cool. Catch that guy. I mean, it's really cool that you can just, like, you know, straight up stun this fool. But getting to spin around them, shooting at a grappling hook and being somewhere else. That's
There
pretty.
you go.
Yeah, we weren't even
Level
trying.
4.
Cool. I want to see the 50%. There's the crit. 51.
Enemy slain.
Brutal. On an AI. Okay, finishing touch.
Finishing touch. Basic attacks against enemy heroes below 50%
Let's get
health
this done.
deal an additional 25% damage and grant 35% attack speed for 2.5 seconds. Holy cow.
Oh, I see. Do 25 and deal attack. That's okay, interesting. 50%. Oop. Oop.
I like the wind-up noise so that you already know when it's coming to an end.
A killing blow.
Interesting. Okay. But this one you get an extra 2
From
seconds.
the list.
So right now, with how easy it is to do, Fatal Wound seems like the business. Because I'm going to be, you know, as a melee, well, I do have some healing, so
Well, it
I
also
might
depends
be.
on the map, too.
Yeah, no, but I might be in the solo lane and not be able to just stack this on whatever. But, you know, even if you're doing this kind of thing,
And if you can stack it before level 4, then you
yeah,
might
then
as
you
well.
then you got it for basically the first objective.
It's never personal.
Oh, I like these dings. Listen to this.
Yeah, lots of dings.
It's magical.
But right now we can only really keep it going. Here, actually, I'm gonna let them reset. Oh, never mind. Quest is gonna be done. It didn't happen. Need 2 more. All right. That'll increase it by 2 seconds, which means we should be able to now auto attack the 4th guy.
Oh, and just keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Granted, we could probably do that before if we did like a, you know, sort of rant and then ran over and just smacked him.
Oh, that's a good point. You also have your cooldown toggle.
Totally.
So.
Let's get this
But yeah,
done.
why wouldn't you want an extra 2 seconds on that? That sounds like a good time. Level 4.
Upstage.
Talent. Choose
Upstage.
a talent.
W. Damaging at least 2
Excellent.
heroes with Blood Rage causes Qhira to evade the next 4 basic attacks within 12 seconds. Illidan's cried this day.
Blood and damaging these blood rage. Blood rage? Blood rage. Okay, cool.
At least 2 heroes.
So if I do a smack and a smackaroonie, yeah, there's my evade. Okay. Huh. That kind of sucks to hear about, because that's often how you deal with mobility.
Well, there's chat saying she's really weak to CC. You just lock her down.
Oh, sure. I mean, who isn't? But I'm saying that when someone's spinning around you in circles, like Tracer or Genji, you really just want Zul'jin to be sitting there going back, and taking care of them.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating when a mobility character of any kind gets evasion from basic attacks, because that's how you're hitting them.
Yeah.
You're not aiming a frost
So
bolt
in
at
that
them
case,
during
you
that.
just need to make sure you have a mage, right?
Yeah.
It's not spell attacks. It's only basic attacks.
And of course, with cooldown here, you know, you're at 16 seconds, 25 seconds on that. It's not like she's going to be doing that 24/7.
Yeah.
And you couldn't frame up a shot later on.
As you say, choose a talent.
Okay?
Choose a talent.
All right, it's snaring swing. This is for your E. Looks. It looks like a boomerang.
It does.
While Qhira is attached to an enemy hero, they are slowed by 25%. Secondary enemies hit by revolving sweep swing are slowed by 35% for 3 seconds.
Is slowed by 25%. Secondary targets hit, revolved, are slowed. Okay. So that that would help you avoid going places, I guess, because you're slowing down your primary target. And then as you sweep the entire team.
You're slowing them down
Yeah.
as well.
Okay. I still want to know what happens if Genji dashes away while you're attached to him. Do you just go flying with him?
Probably for as long as the attachment lasts.
I guess so. Let's add that to our list. We'll start a list.
We have a list?
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
Genji and we'll do an ETC for Mosh Pit because that'll be easiest to test. Your pain, my gain.
Choose a talent. Choose
And
a
then
talent.
what are we doing with each?
We're going to set up a Mosh Pit and see if I can swing through it. Not on him, though, because this would actually interrupt with the mini stun there.
Simple.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So this talent currently bugged, leaves a permanent slow. Well, that's a sad bug. That'd be real sad.
Your pain might gain basic attacking an enemy hero grants Qhira 10 armor for 3 seconds, stacking
I
up
have
to
my
3 times.
Oh, wow. Armor and regeneration, eh? That's a pretty big deal. Stacking a hero, basic attacks cause stacks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Cool, it's not based on number of heroes. You can just hit one guy for 30. Oh, man. Well, I guess it's a level 4 talent. You're giving up something else, but poor Cassia. And that's straight up armor. That ain't even physical armor.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Get this done.
Okay. Well,
Choose
I know what I'd do as a
Choose a talent.
for a melee assassin. 7.
Choose a talent. Choose a
It's a
talent.
lot of armor just for AAing. Yeah.
When you have the ability to close, no less. It's not like you are Arthas stalking them in a straight line and going, let me hit you. Urgh, darn, they ran away again. I mean, you've got all this stuff to stay in AA. Interesting. All right. Level
Okay.
7.
Choose a talent.
The Thirst.
Choose a
The
talent.
Thirst.
Anytime Carnage, your Q,
Crystal's radiance
damages an
still
enemy
shines.
hero, Qhira's next basic attack within 4 seconds deals 12% additional damage and restores 50% of the total damage dealt as health. Damage stacks up to 10 times. Did they... So she's the new Illidan, but she's not a bruiser?
Well, Illidan's a melee assassin.
Yeah. So,
But yeah,
it feels in that realm.
I see what you're saying, because if she has
This
armor
is a lot of regen
and self-regen,
ability.
why is she... But here in this, and a lot of health, too.
Well, that's
And Ragnaros
the main
is a
thing.
bruiser.
Ragnaros is a bruiser,
Thrall's
and
a bruiser.
Nubrak is
Yeah.
up there.
Maybe because she doesn't have any poke without exposing herself.
Okay,
She has no way to safely regenerate her own health.
but what about Zul'jin in that case? I know he's
Well, he's a
got
ranged assassin.
his... Oh, he's a ranged assassin. That's a good point.
But Sonya's a bruiser. So maybe it's about ease of...
Where's Sonya's health?
New order.
Sonya's health?
Yeah,
Adjusting
give me Sonya's
coordinates.
health real quick.
Sonya is right here.
Okay.
So she's about 400 higher.
Still really close.
Yeah.
I
It's,
mean,
it's quite a bit.
Zarya's in ETC's down, huh? Okay, yeah. It just, I mean, it feels like a hero I'm gonna fall in love with real hard, but
It's never personal.
Let's do some health. So we can see what that looks like. All right. So we do Carnage. And we get a heal. Stacks up to 10 times. It's basic attack within 4 seconds.
Simple.
How do we know it's stacked up to 4 times, though? 97. What is stacking 10 times? The Carnage? I guess I don't actually understand how much damage Carnage does. Because there's just a lot of 39s. Or can I do it twice?
you can mouse over the icon in the bottom
I have my
left.
target.
There
Oh,
you go.
okay.
Oh.
Down there. All right, so I have 50%.
Oh, okay.
Heals for 50% of damage dealt.
These realms all blend together.
Stacks on heroes.
This is only heroes.
Yeah.
So I'm not taking a boss with this. Enemy hero. Yeah, so it doesn't look like I'm taking a boss with this. I'm cheating here, but can I use 100%? So it looks like I can stack this. Maybe there's some talent later on that I can actually use to... Because right now I'm at 30, 60. So it's an entirely different stack than your actual bleed modifier. So it'll just depend if you're landing basic attacks, I guess.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Healmonger.
Healmonger. Blood Rage. Your W damages an enemy hero below 50% health. It heals for an additional 205 health. They're loving below 50%.
Yeah. Well, you know, bloodied and whatnot.
So I would assume in that case on your team you want a mage that can first heroes down.
Sure,
and then
that sounds
you
pretty
go
nice.
in And you just blow them up.
Yeah, and heals for a flat amount.
That good on the high end of healthy targets?
I mean, granted, we're not doing any bonus damage with this one. This is a flat heal.
Yeah.
Okay. Siphoning Link.
Siphoning Link. Your E. Damaging an enemy hero with the initial impact or revolution of Revolving Sweep causes Qhira to regenerate 96 health over 4 seconds, stacking up to 4 times.
Oh, so this is a forced healing level.
Yeah, seems like
forced survivability of selecting a Q, W, or E. So in the end, there's some heal over time, there's burst flat healing, and then there's healing based on number of stacks for an auto attack. So really, this is going to come down to if we see any reset kind of talents later on. So let's go to 10.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a
I guess
talent.
here I do... Right now, I just do Healmonger because that's the one I know I can control
Yeah.
for a set amount. Unrelenting Strikes.
Unrelenting Strikes. Deal 44 damage to all nearby enemies every 0.5 seconds for 2.5 seconds as your sword grows outward. Upon expiring, deal 83 damage to all nearby enemy heroes and stun them for 0.75 seconds. So that's how we get the difference from Bladestorm.
Yes,
The
you do a
stun at the
stun,
end.
but Bladestorm's also unstoppable. And it seems this is not.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited to hear about this 20.
Yeah. So we're not unstoppable.
Do
So
you think this is an animation they had used for the
Oh, you can
Shimada
be
brothers,
rooted.
but it didn't work out, and so they gave it to her?
Hero.
Because it looks like she's drawing a dragon in the sky, and I feel like Genji or Hanzo. See? But Genji does the dragon strike, and doesn't he have a little dragon in his animation? Or am I thinking
yes.
of that wrong?
No, you're thinking the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It just feels very
No,
Shimada brothers.
The real ball drop was that Hanzo's American skin doesn't shoot eagles.
I can't argue with that.
We got a slow. We got... Do we have anything for my personal movement speed? Okay, we do have a slow build, though, at the moment.
Okay.
Where we could get some slows. I guess heal over time for our swing-a-dings. But that would give us a slow on the thing that we're attacking. So then when we go around, we can be like, haha, you're slow now. You're not going to escape my mighty storm of blades.
Choose a talent. Choose a
Okay.
talent. Choose a
Final
talent.
strike.
Final strike. After 1 second. Oh, there's a wind up. This is important. There is a wind up. Can be interrupted. Strike your sword in a line to deal 415 damage to all enemies in its path. This damage is increased by 25% to any enemy below 50% health.
Yeah, well, that's her thing. It's like,
What is this?
well, Phoenix had any slowed hero deal more damage
That's
to him,
true.
so
That's true.
50% is kind of her trait. Let's turn off the
So
cooldown
is she
and
gonna
see.
be a healthy team buster? No, but it's below 50% health. So would she then be better on
Too
a
fast.
squishier team? Because you get them below 50% faster, and then you go in and just
That's an interesting
rather
thought, right?
than a healthier team, it's gonna take a lot longer to bring them down.
Yeah,
So maybe she's not worth it.
right. So Malthiel would be for busting tanks, and she might bust a bunch of squishies.
Yeah.
And
So
get them
maybe
down
she's
real
the
fast.
The mage miffer. She miffs them off.
I'm gonna wind this up and see if we get a cooldown reduction.
Okay.
10 seconds. Okay,
10 seconds. Okay.
so we're on 10-second cooldown if you get interrupted. Okay, cool. So you do get some recovery. Did this have a stun or anything? Increased heroes below half. Okay, cool. So we just get them below half health. So a big finisher move.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
All right. Well, with our current build here of just getting below 50 health and doing lots of bleed damage, I guess we do Final Strike.
Seems like it.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw. 5 seconds of playtime. Carnage is your Q. Cooldown regenerates 100% faster while an enemy hero has maximum blood rage stack. Sorry.
Carnage.
You thought I was going to say below 50% health. Had y'all.
Freaking tricked, man.
Joke's on everyone else.
So that's our Carnage reset. Ish. Recharging faster. So that's the one we'd stack with Thirst.
But you have to have max blood rage stacks.
Which isn't too hard to do if I'm
No.
using Chainsaw, because Chainsaw gives me...
Yeah, already puts
I'm already
one.
at it, and now we're already ticking.
Oh, look at that cooldown, yeah. Oh, nice.
100% faster on enemy hero. Hey, let's do this right here. 5. What if I do it to a bunch of people?
A little faster there.
I don't think... Are we?
No,
We're not
dude.
speeding up, are we, per hero?
I don't think so. Oh, because it says while an enemy hero.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say more than one effect. The cooldown speed. Just that one
Cool.
hero has to have max stack.
Still, that's pretty cool. And that's going to be your auto attack heal. Talent stacking with that business.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
All right.
Choose a talent.
Pulsing Pain.
Pulsing Pain is for your E. Each additional enemy hero hit by revolving sweep causes the primary target to take an additional 115 damage.
Oh, neat. So it's like you're like channeled to him. So by locking onto this guy and sweeping through others, the pain is channeling
Yeah.
through the blade. That's pretty cool. I really like those types of mechanics. I think Slay the Spire Choke is one of my favorite cards. So that's pretty cool. Very neat. Certainly not as perhaps spammable or as repeatable and easy as some of the other talents, but that's swell.
Choose a talent. Choose
Oh,
a
if you're
talent.
fighting on a map with
Choose a
lots of
talent.
chokes,
Yeah, if you get to spin around them all the time too and stuff, I mean, why not?
you're basically guaranteed to hit at least 2.
The Hunted.
The Hunted. Basic attacking an enemy hero increases your basic attack damage against that hero by 25%. Stacks up to 4 times and lasts 4 seconds. This bonus is reset if a different hero is attacked, but we found my talent.
Cool. So you
Try and
focus
get me off of a certain hero. You can't do it.
focus that one person down. But looks
So
like
you
it's
can hit other heroes with your basic abilities.
Yeah.
But as long as your basic attacks are going into that same target,
right.
you're getting your...
And this is actually my quest down here, so it looks like we don't really have a note of who we're on, but you know, just don't attack somebody else and you're good. And I could do anything else I want. Neat. Okay, so your lock on, another basic attack build talent.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
All right, let's go to 16.
Right, 16, booming kick for your E. Increase the stun duration of revolving sweeps reactivation by 0.25 seconds. Enemy heroes around the primary target are also affected by revolving sweeps reactivation.
Oh, wow. Okay, so longer
So you knock 'em
stuns.
back?
Yeah, and stun them.
Nice.
Huh. Let's actually let that guy reset. Looks like it has a pretty big area effect. Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
that is indeed
I
a
don't-
booming kick.
I don't see why you would pass on it. Let's do it at this distance now. Damn. That's a big area. Okay. It's not ridiculous. Oh, wait, do I have an animation for it? Yeah, I do. I do a little circle business. See that as I connect
Mm-hmm.
around me. Okay. All right. That's pretty swell.
Choose a talent.
Lingering ailment.
Lingering ailment. Enemy heroes hit by revolving sweeps, initial impact, and swing have their armor reduced by 15 for 3 seconds.
Okay. So that makes sense. So booming kick, stun, armor reduction.
Choose a talent.
I guess if I had enough CC on the team, I didn't have to
Choose a
do.
talent. Choose a talent.
Because booming kick is going to allow me to do
Haste.
the swing around business and then get straight into my R here for another stun. I mean, it's not like ETC, you're not locked down for the whole thing.
Yeah.
But lingering ailment would allow me to do more damage during that time. Let's see how long 3
Choose a
seconds is
talent.
compared to my... Oh, okay, they're all hit. And then I go in. Oh, that actually doesn't last long enough. By the time I'm...
Team's gonna have to take
Yeah,
advantage
so
of
this
that.
is more of like, hey team, do something with the armor reduction I've created, because by the time I interact with them,
It'll be too
that
late.
armor's faded. Okay. Okay, so you're a team enabler.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Swing life away?
Swing that life away. Revolving sweep's cooldown recharge is 150% faster while Qhira is swinging around her target. She also gains 50 spell armor for 2 seconds after the reactivation impact.
Interesting. Do I have spell armor
so
during the
that
swing?
means you're rewarded if you go the full circle.
What if I don't go the full circle?
Then you're not rewarded. Why would you take this talent?
Oh, because I'm not getting my
it's
full cooldown
recharging
reduction.
150% faster while you're swinging around your target.
Gotcha. It looks like my spell armor has actually started already. It just hasn't activated. And then when I land, that's when the spell armor does its 2 seconds.
Tyler says I'm pretty excited about this bonkers character.
If we do... So we swing.
very
We
Spider-Man-y.
don't get to see it because they're reactivate, but you can get it down by about half if you know you're going to do full swings.
Okay.
So why would I do big old full swings if I'm... Oh, because I'm doing pulsing pain, because I'm healing over time, because I'm slowing the party. So another sort of party base. So yeah, there's like a CC enabler spinny boyo business.
Mm.
And then there's I assassinate them with stuns kind of business. Okay, cool. So I would stack with this talent then. I would do something like... basic attacks. I guess I do fatal wounds. I got slows. I add heal over time.
Choose a talent.
I'm gonna do some additional damage to my primary target, and I'm just gonna swing around everybody, slowing up the enemy team.
Wording on swing life away regarding the spell armor.
50 spell armor for 2 seconds after the reactivation impact.
Oh, there we go. So that's why it doesn't activate until you.
Yeah, because you can see the spell armor there, but it looks like when it ends, I still get it. So, reactivation impact.
But it says you have to impact. Is that bugged then?
No, what I think it's saying is that if you impact, that's when the 2 seconds start. So, I get 2 seconds even if I go the full duration. But I also only get 2 seconds if I go like that.
With haste.
So, it's not entirely
so
clear.
So you still get something even if you don't do a full circle. And you cancel it with your trait and still get it.
Oh, that's... Yeah, so like if... Yes.
Okay. So as long as you make that first connect.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Level 20.
Level 20, Silent Killer.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Ready? Uh-oh.
Choose a talent.
Oh,
Crystal's radiance
We're not ready.
shines.
Choose a talent.
okay, Silent Killer.
Alright, Silent Killer. The initial cast of Unrelenting Strikes silences enemies who are within the area for 2 seconds, and its cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds when hitting enemy heroes.
All right, come here, Malfurion. All right, silence. Oh, so they're basically... They have a small window, so Genji could get out of there.
Yeah.
But you're basically silenced for about the whole thing. And you have to be in the initial area. So I got to be hugged up on you quite a bit. Come here. Come here, Malfurion. Come here.
You're like- With the upgrade, we had 2 fights where Qhira had a 15-second cooldown.
That makes sense.
What?
Your enemies fall before you.
Neat. Okay, let's take a look at that without the cooldowns on and see how many heroes we got hit. So 1 hero. Gets you down to 50. Okay, not too bad. All right, cool. Next up.
Choose a
Next
talent.
up,
Let's see them
Choose a talent.
unleashed potential.
Choose a talent.
Increase the damage to enemy heroes under 50% health from 25% to 50%.
Cool.
If an enemy hero dies within 1.5 seconds of being hit by Final Strike, Malthiel's crying right now, then reset the cooldowns of Final Strike and all of Qhira's basic abilities.
Oh, wow. Okay. Come here, Malfurion.
Mother Kristen.
Oh, nope.
Gotta make sure you don't whiff it.
Yeah. Can't be whiffing it. Whiffing your heroics is bad, okay?
You gotta make sure you hit some heroes there.
Step number 1. Hit your enemy. All right. Come back here, Malfurion.
There he is. He's a brave.
Brave computer.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're going to let him run away in a straight big line. And there he goes.
Mother Kristen. My blade.
Yeah, and everything came on cooldown
Mother
for that
Kristen.
siege damage.
My blade.
Wait, does my bleed work on buildings? It
Look
does?
at that! Make him bleed!
Oh my
Make
god.
him bleed!
Oh
you can
my.
poison buildings, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but Malthiel can't. He stinks at buildings.
Well, look at all of the heroes
Oh.
she's taken from.
Cheesy, crazy.
And all the heroes she hasn't taken from. Malthiel is really sad now, right? We've gone past sad and we're just sitting in the corner moping.
Yeah, plus you could leave up these
We're
walls.
gonna take a trip to Hot Topic and see if we can make this better.
And I can just be a button here. And then as soon as it runs out of minions,
It's never personal.
But
Your foes will rue this day.
you're also level 20.
and then I could get out of there.
Eliminate.
That's pretty nuts. Wow. And plus, it's not like Illidan either. Because Illidan needs you to leave him the tiny walls or he's going to rage at you. But I could use this terrain
Well,
here.
that's only if you take the talent.
Well, here
You
in
don't
this,
have to take that talent.
but in this aggressive
Oh,
area,
yeah.
you can do it against enemy walls.
Yeah.
There was a nice rootage that we had going on there that we were spinning around.
There you are.
That was rather
Dirty.
entertaining.
Okay.
Choose a talent.
Ideals.
But you know, it's level 20. Everything should be dirty.
I agree.
All right.
Choose a talent.
Excellent.
Choose a talent.
Okay.
Utility belt.
Utility belt. Grappling hook's cooldown is reset when hitting an enemy hero with the initial impact of revolving sweep and recharges, get this, 900% faster if Qhira hasn't taken damage within the last 5 seconds.
Okay.
So
So
grappling
I were to
hook.
like, "Choo-choo," and then I'm like, waha, choo-choo. Okay, so I can. No, wait, we had to. So cooldown. Oh, because I haven't taken damage. Oh my god, because I haven't taken damage in 5 seconds. Well, excuse me.
That's to get across the map.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, let's take some damage. All right, and then I'm like, "Choo." Nope, that's not it. All right, gotta take some damage again. All right, and then I'm like, "Choo," and now I hit this, and then I get a reset. And then my cooldown hits because I didn't take damage for 5 seconds.
But alert.
Oh, but now you're taking damage.
Yep, now I'm taking damage. But I get a reset because I hit a hero.
Mother Kristen.
All right,
You have been made
cool stuff, bro.
Choose a talent.
And the final one.
Choose a talent.
No
Choose a
sanctuary.
talent.
Nearby enemy heroes below 50% health are revealed. Thanks, Hunt. Level 20 there.
Nearby.
Nearby, and that's true, it's not global. And you gain 20% movement speed while an enemy hero is revealed by you in this way. What? I mean, this is a hunter ability.
In addition,
Additionally, you deal 20% increased damage to these revealed enemies. You know, I wanted Illidan to come back, but I'm gonna have to play Qhira now. That's amazing. I mean, it's a great hunter talent. On
Okay,
a
so there's the
scale
site.
of balanced to very fair
let's see.
and balanced, how do you rate the new
Okay,
hero?
there's the range. He did heal. All right, see it? There it is. So it's not huge.
Okay. That's still something, though.
Yeah. But, you know. So you could
But
see.
I mean, that's great because then you can see if you're wasting your time going after a hero or not.
Yeah. You know what?
Excellent strike.
There. We did it.
New orders.
Good job.
All right.
Adjusting
Praying on the weak.
So pretty cool stuff. Very cool. I'm curious to see some interactions, but we did manage to get over the roots there. So we got to see that you are unstoppable during the Spinnerino.
Any new leads for me?
If you're on the PTR, we are gonna do some AI beat ups, but it looks like nobody's on the PTR.
Paradox. You're around?
No, but I'm not. None of my channels are showing.
Oh, no.
Either way, we're gonna do a custom game, and we're gonna beat up some AIs because matchmaking, I'm sure, is not speedy. Oh. I mean, naturally, I'd like to do Infernal Shrines. I guess we should probably do Cursed Hollow, though, just to keep it basic. Alright, let's give some decent AI teams here. We got Elite. We got... Yeah, so the chat... Okay, so you're in here now. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think, though, for my own amusement, though, I think I'd like to see what happens with Genji. So let's go to Cursed Hollow Sandbox. And not Paradox, would you be willing to be Genji? And Fighting Irish, would you be willing to be ETC? And we'll see if I stay attached to a dashing Genji. I'm assuming you do, and I'm assuming it's going to be ridiculous.
We have not tested the brass changes yet. We still have not looked at the PT or the other updates.
Awesome. We'll go into the middle here. I'll make us all level 10.
We'll get a Stukov. Everyone really wants to get Stukov shove.
Well, that'd be an ally shove, right? Because we'd have...
You would have Stukov on your team.
Yes, and then he would
shove away
push.
an enemy you're
Right,
attached to.
right. So you're going to end up some places. All right, so we got this Cursed Hollow Sandbox. We're going to use it to try to swing through a mosh pit first.
Okay.
So we'll set everyone to 10. Fighting Irish will activate mosh pit, and I will put a target dummy by him, and I will then try to swing through the mosh pit. Because if I hit him with it, he will deactivate the mosh pit because it's mini stun. And then we'll try attaching the sword.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Does the swing get canceled if your target gets cleansed?
That's a fascinating thought.
Choose a
Right? Or if Johanna goes unstoppable, she wouldn't be stunned by it, but I'd
Paradox
assume
is
that you'd
saying
say
no.
activated.
Remains activated.
Okay. Yeah, because it's you attached to them. It's not
The battle
them
begins in
stunned by you.
10 seconds.
But they would dodge the stun. That would happen on the other side. So that would still happen.
5, 4, 3,
All right, we'll just go down the middle here.
1.
And I'm going to
Let the battle
spawn a target dummy that I'll be using for my swings. Okay. Whenever you're ready, ETC.
Alert.
I guess if you can go like right here, I think would be best, and then I'll swing into it. Yeah, I passed right through the circle. So there we go. All right.
Ooh, what happens when Genji X strikes and you're attached to him?
All right. That's a good question, too. I would like to see that. All right. Here it comes, not. Yep. Yeah, and then he used another jump to reposition me, too.
Nice.
So we almost ended up over the wall. All right.
On the move.
All right. Oh, I think he still needs to pick his talents. Okay, he's got it. Here we go.
The dance begins.
That turns it off because you don't exist. So if you can find a way to not exist for a
Yeah.
moment
Can you be
you'll be
stunned
good.
out of the rotate with a grenade or something?
with a grenade, no, that would be another. That'd be a daze. So that'd be even weaker than a stun.
Hmm.
So fighting Irish, can you do another mosh for me? Right where you're standing.
With haste.
Oh, butts. I missed. I missed. Okay, reset cooldowns. Let's do it again. Yeah, so that'd be a daze, which would be even weaker than the stun.
Okay.
So, anything else we can test here
Stukov.
while we're in?
Want to see the Stukov shove?
A Stukov shove on an enemy. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Ooh, still curious about an Illidan hunt or Falstad fly, but this would tie to the Stukov shove, right?
Yes.
So if he stays attached with the shove, there's a chance.
Yes, okay.
Or she,
All right.
pardon me.
Let's do... okay. We can do this with targeting dummies.
Oh, yeah.
The false... So, okay. All right. All right.
Ooh, so aside from the target disappearing, there's no way to stop it? What about Nova's instant stealth?
I'd assume not, but she'd be invisible. Because
Okay.
she's unrevealable for
Yeah.
a time.
So can she be knocked out of it by Power Slide or his knockback?
No. Because you are performing an unstoppable business.
If you're ETC and they attach, you couldn't slide to drag them wherever?
You could. Because you are moving
Yeah.
on a tether. Alright, so we're going to have Redbird be our enemy Falstad. Fighting Irish is my Stukov. Allied Stukov, enemy Falstad. And I will attach myself to a target dummy that Stukov will mighty shove.
Okay. What about Falstad with a level 20 where he flies after the attacking?
Because he flies sooner? Is that why the level 20 would matter? Because you take off faster? That would just increase the chances that you'd follow, I'd assume. Because remember, Kerrigan doing the jump on Falstad in the past would go whoa with the Falstad
Yeah.
or the hunting Genji. So I assume those principles still apply. But I think they removed that chance. There was also an allied jump, though, that they had to bug fix out because pro players were using allied Kerrigan jump to go on Falstad and then
Oh.
fly with. It was hard to do,
Yeah.
and it took your cooldown. So, and plus Falstad going somewhere didn't mean Kerrigan wanted to go with her all the time. We'll give it a shot here.
What are you gonna do?
Oh,
What?
yes, you're right that we have to do the level 20 cast because there's a stun. So if I hit Falstad and his wind up, he wouldn't fly by the time between when I stun him and finish spinning around him, maybe?
This
Actually, we'll go to 10 and we'll test that first, and then we might have to put Falstad. I see why you asked about 20 now.
Choose a talent. The battle begins in 10 seconds.
on the move.
5,
Paradox is saying it
4,
shouldn't work with Falstad at
3,
all.
2, 1.
You stun people with E, so you will interrupt hunt and fly.
Right, but if he does the 20 cast, and I spin on him and then he flies while I'm spinning, that's why I'm saying we
Won't
might need the 20.
Stun interrupt it?
Not if we're already spinning on him.
Oh.
Let's do a dummy. All right, that's going to be my spinnies. And here we go, Fighting Irish. You all shove ready. All right, here we go. Disconnected.
Oh, disconnect.
Yeah.
You do not fly with the shove.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Let's do, all right. All right, here we go. Oh, it probably a double click. Let me reset your cooldowns. All right, here we go.
That's the one.
Think we might have finished our spin there, so let's put him to level 20. And with epic mount, we'll see how that goes. But it's interesting about the Stukov shove. It's kind of nice too, because that means, you know, we don't have to worry about it. All right, he's got epic flight. Turns off.
Disconnect.
Just turns off. Okay, awesome.
I've been healed.
Talent?
Good.
Ah, that seems generous.
Sweet. Anything else we can do with these guys?
Oh, wait. If you want to see anything else, chat, let us know. Otherwise, I think we have most of the answers.
Yeah. So there is some nice protection in there from ruining things for your allies.